the apocalypse comes, beat me.
In every generation,
podcast is born.
And we are your Slice Slams. I'm Chase.
And I'm Beyza.
And this part is where we tell you the thing you already know. Which is, I've never seen Buffy. This is Beyza's millionth time watching Buffy. We get it. You like Buffy.
Okay, we get it. We get it. Shut up.
Ugh.
Shut up. We get it. Shut up.
And you're here to join us and listen to this journey we are on with Buffy rewatch and first time watch. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Today we're talking about episode...
Oh, I don't know the number.
Season 3, episode The Wish.
It's such a good episode.
It's a great
so excited to
episode.
talk
We
about
watched it on Halloween or the day before Halloween.
Yeah, it's actually a kind of Halloween-y, weenie but weenie.
We were talking about that. We loved the fact that we were watching that
It's
around
vibes.
Halloween time. Lots of leaves on the ground.
Lots of leaves.
There's like a wishy witch involved. There's some scary costumes.
Yeah,
It's a good time.
it is a good time. And Chase insisted that we do a tarot card this time.
But you also said you were open to it.
Me? I don't think I have a choice. But yeah.
I literally gave you a choice.
I'm getting back into the tarot. I'm getting back into the tarot because I'm spiritual again. I found a reason to live.
Yes. L-O-V-E.
Wait, that is so funny. Like, that is so funny because no one knows why.
Oh my God.
That is so stupid. Stum.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
Oh, wow. That really got me good, girl. That really got me good. And no one will know why because it's too long to explain. It makes no difference in anyone's life.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
For bearing witness.
Thank you. I can't wait to watch that back. Oh, man. So fucking
good.
funny.
That is really good.
Okay, what's the card you pulled?
I pulled.
Do you need a light?
Yeah. Mima needs a light.
Mima needs a light.
We are
Whoa.
at Ace of Challenges.
I hope-
Ace of Chalices. Here we are.
Hope I didn't move the camera from laughing.
Okay, thank you. Okay. We
Was
got
it
a
upside
reverse.
down?
It
Okay.
was upside down. With vulnerability always comes the chance of getting hurt. It goes with being human.
Oh boy.
The reverse of chalice suggests they forgot to put a space
Oh my God,
there. Come
typo.
on, editor. Ugh,
Whoa.
so hard to
It
find a
looks
good
like
editor
it
these
says-
days.
It looks like Chalisagus.
I know, I was so confused. Chalice Augustus. It suggests that you may be closing yourself off from feelings because of the potential for heartbreak. Move at your own pace, but don't let fear dictate your next move. You may regret it. Okay, sure. I'll just be vulnerable.
Fuck that.
Thanks, Tarot.
Tarot. Chalice suggests.
Thanks, Chalice Augustus.
Hello.
Yeah, that's like, I will say that was a nice, reminder, but also
Don't close yourself off from love. Hello.
I will say it is kind of, if we really want to take it there, it is kind of related to the idea of getting older and getting hardened, remaining soft, remaining open, remaining vulnerable, remaining in a place of possibility of the unexplored and unexplainable.
Agree.
Damn.
I agree. Oh. What was that? I'm scared.
Okay.
You guys, we believe in ghosts again. We already talked about that. Right? No,
Yeah,
said
but
that
what we
last
did
time.
last episode for
It's
our
hard to
loyal
tell
listeners.
because we're still the same people that we were the last episode because we just
we have
record these
no
back
critical
to back.
distance.
Yeah. We just record these back to back. Next time we record, we're not going to believe in ghosts again. We're
Wait, you
gonna
guys,
be,
we've
like,
actually
different.
recorded every episode in one sitting so far. We just
Yeah.
changed our clothes every 2 episodes.
Right. And don't sleep.
No sleep. Another
No.
pod. Another pod. Another pod. Bathroom break. Another pod.
Water.
Water.
Oh my God.
Felt good though.
Felt good to laugh.
Felt good to.
Today, we are talking about The Wish.
The Wish, Harry.
Oh. Air date was December 8th, 1988.
Getting awfully close to January 6th.
Getting closer.
This is the January 6th tracker segment of our podcast.
Oh, God. I can't. Written by Marty Noxon, queen of Buffy lore, light, love. Directed by David Semmel. And what did you think about this episode, Jay?
This episode really got me in the way that Buffy tends to get me, which I don't know when I'll like understand that that's how the show works, where it's like, I think it's like a funny hee hee ha ha Scooby-Doo mystery type of a thing. And then it gets like dark.
Right.
And I like always forget that about the show. Like it's so weird.
It creeps up on you.
It does. It really does. And I wonder, is that like would you say that's like anthemic to the show as a Buffy fan? Like, is that something that people know about the show?
Yeah.
That's something that like I literally like did not know about the show, and I'm still getting used to because it's very unique to this such series.
I think it's something that people who know, like, I mean, people who've watched the show obviously know that, but I don't know if it's common for people who've not watched the show and just kind of heard the stupid name Buffy the Vampire Slayer and are like,
right.
Oh, like the movie that came out, you know, in the early 90s. And I think that's probably where they kind of stop because they don't understand that there's actually a lot that goes into the show that is not just goose and gags.
Yeah, it's like there's like a really compelling dynamic to it structurally. And I think, like I always thought it was like just sort of like a dark gothic like drama. And like, yes, but also there's a uniqueness to it that is unmatched. It's unmatched, and series. It
continues to grow as our characters grow, which is really unique. Yeah. So like that kind of how life gets harder when you get older is like followed in the show, which is really special. I try not to kill myself.
I literally got emotional. I love that. I mean, I'm excited.
It's just it really is like it grows the way that we do.
Listen, never mind. I'm not going to ruin the moment.
Grower.
No.
Buffy, Willow, and Xander are in the park where they are attacked by a demon.
In the park after dark.
After they slay it. Slay.
After they slay.
I said slay.
I didn't fucking say ye. React, gay person.
React, gay. They discuss the fallout of Xander and Willow's kiss. Xander says he's left many voicemails on Cordelia's phone, but she has yet to return his calls. Willow admits that she feels terrible about what happened and that the idea of Oz not speaking to her ever again upsets her even more. Xander asks Buffy, who's also feeling low after severing ties with Angel, how she's coping. She responds that she finds comfort in her friends.
Love.
In her shitty-ass, cheating little friends.
Little cheating you are who you hang out with, Buffy. You better be careful there.
Yeah. Cordy is in her bedroom with the wound from her impaling still fresh. She goes through pictures of Xander cutting up and burning them as she listens to his countless messages.
Literally, like...
Kind of creepy.
Kind of witchy.
Kind of witchy, giving witch.
Kind of witchy. It's giving dark witchy. Magic. I definitely... It's a nice balance of good for her, but also don't set the hospital on fire. You know what I mean?
Well, it's her house.
Or the house.
Which is even worse.
Yeah. Well... We don't talk about fire on the show.
Right,
That's one thing I do remember.
Sorry.
We don't do that. Sorry. But yes, anyway.
We don't talk about fire and we don't talk about love.
Listen.
At school the next morning, Willow hangs around Oz's locker hoping to catch him. She tells Buffy that Amy saw Cordelia at the mall looking scary. Outside school, Cordelia pulls up in her car, dressed to impress and trying to appear as confident as possible.
This is one of my favorite Buffy outfits that I've seen in recent memory.
Cunty.
Like literally, like there are certain outfits that I remember. One of them is Cordelia chases. Oh, it's not. What's the designer? Tommy Hilfiger.
Oh yeah.
That like little sweater thing she wears. I need to find that for myself. I'm sure I can. I just need to like do the work to do it. Do the work. And no, but this fucking like brown, leather jacket
She
with
looks
the
so
brown
good in
slip
brown.
and the auburn dark brown lip vibe.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh my god.
She's just impressed for
She
real.
really is. I mean, it's so memorable, this outfit to me. I'll remember it for years to come.
Years to come.
Like next time I'm thrifting, I'm gonna look for a brown leather jacket and a brown slip for
Love
this.
a brown leather jacket.
Ugh.
She strides through school until she runs into Harmony and her clique, who you realized is the little girl from Addams Family.
Yes,
The
because
pilgrim.
I was just watching Addams
I think
Family.
I
It was
said
on at a
that,
bar
though.
or something. You probably did, but I completely forgot it. And then I
Yeah.
saw her face, and I was like, I know that face
twerpy
anywhere.
little face.
Yeah, I know. Damn, I mean, she's a type.
Yeah, but she's good at what she does.
She is good at
We
what she
love
does,
Harmony
but
here.
sometimes it's a little scary.
When you're scary.
If you're casting the same thing all the time, I'm going to start asking why.
Especially, yeah.
Okay.
Cordelia is surprised when Harmony seemingly welcomes her back into the group with open arms. She's then introduced to Anya, a new girl at school. Harmony tells Cordelia that she needs to get back into the dating game and tells her about a stallion who turns out to be nerdy little Jonathan on the stairs, sipping his little drink. The
His
group,
little Capri Sun high C.
poor guy, the group laughs and walks away from Cordelia with Anya close behind. As Oz gets books from his locker, Willow runs up and starts apologizing for everything. Oz tells her she's already said it all. I love this part.
Oh, it's good.
And Willow asks if there's anything she can do. Oz tells her to leave him alone as he needs time to figure out where their relationship stands. And it's not his problem that she's feeling guilty, nor is it his responsibility to make her feel better. And he walks away. I just
I'm telling you.
I love it. Because even first of all, for a teenage boy to have that kind of emotional maturity is where? Mama.
No, doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Honestly, for anyone to have it, even as an adult,
Of course.
doesn't exist.
For sure.
Oh, it's so attractive.
It's super attractive, and just even without Oz is not giving Willow what she wants, but is still helping her in a way.
Yes.
Of,
and respecting his own boundary too. It's
at the same time, I'm like, but
how do you spin so many plates?
I know. How
It's
does
me
he
or
do
them.
that? He's so hot when he
He's so-
spins the plates.
He's high vibrational.
He's high vibrational.
Hi, be more Oz.
I know. Be more Oz. We need bumper stickers that say that.
Literally
Be more Oz.
9 letters, infinite meaning.
Infinite meaning. Cordelia spots Xander walking towards her and asks a random jock to come near her. She actually asks if she has anything in her teeth, but makes it look like, from Xander's point of view, that the two are kissing.
Now this is a be more like Cordy moment too. Because this is hey, is it a little eye for eye for me? Yeah. But is it iconic? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's so brilliant because she's not really doing anything. She's not doing anything wrong. She's kind of fucking with this guy's
being
head.
Cordy.
And she has every right to be that way.
she's trying to also kind of fall back into who she was before.
Oh,
in this
she's
episode.
regressing for sure.
She's
for
regressing, and I think it's because she tried to be vulnerable and let someone in who
the tarot.
and she got impaled. So the lesson is actually don't be vulnerable.
The lesson is
Never be vulnerable
yeah, I'll tell you
again.
what it suggests, not to be vulnerable.
Just saying.
I mean, it is kind of crazy that she literally got almost died because she
Of
let a man
Xander.
into her life. Not just any man.
Xander.
What's his last name? I need to start
Harris.
saying this fucking guy's last name.
Harris.
Xander Harris. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that character. Oh my God. I think, you know what? Xander is getting to the principal's level of how much I dislike this character.
Right.
So that's my thing.
So that's that. As Xander walks away, the jock tells Cordy that he can't risk being caught speaking to Xander Harris's cast off, but if she'd like to find a dark corner so they could make out, he's okay with
Awful.
that. I hate men. He tells her to think about it and quickly leaves. Cordy then runs into Anya, who admits that she doesn't like Harmony, dismissing her tendency to say whatever she thinks is cool at the moment. The two quickly befriend each other, united in their general disdain for men. Period. You and me. Literally, you're the Cordy and I'm the Anya.
I love that. Okay, I have a confession to make. When we were watching this episode, you mentioned Like when Anya was on screen, you're like, an icon has entered the chat. Like you're like very excited to see Anya. So I was like in my head, I was like thinking like, who is this character gonna be? Because like you were really excited to see her. And then when they started like kind of like giggling with each other like little girlies over the hatred of men, I was like,
I can't believe they were gonna be gay.
I thought she was gonna have her Samantha Sex and the City lesbian era. I thought that's what was going to happen, but I didn't say it because I didn't want to say it and sound stupid when we were watching it. But like now that we're in hindsight, I can tell you that's what I like. I like was like, wait, is Cordy like going to be bisexual?
I would actually pass away
because Cordy is definitely bisexual, for sure. So
totally,
yeah. Anyway, that was my confession. I've got another confession to make.
I'm giving a moment of silence.
And you know what? We should. Yeah, we really should. I really thought. I thought she was going to be like. I thought she was going to.
Though. That's a good,
maybe.
And it's a fanfic where like that is like what actually happens in the moment.
I think that's perfect because like, if anything's going to teach you to not date men anymore, falling on a fucking spike for one who's cheating on you and he's not even cute.
Period. Well, I don't know about that, but
I would say heater.
What?
I was like, I smelled something, but I think it's the heater. You know, heaters.
It's not the F word. Fire, not the other one.
Not
the other one. Not the other one. At the Bronze. What?
Scary.
At the Bronze that evening, Cordy and Anya hang out with a group of people. Xander, sitting with Willow and Buffy, pretends to laugh and begs his two friends to help. I know it's a TV show. I couldn't stop thinking about how pathetic he was looking.
Oh, yeah, I loved it.
It was like pain.
Loved it. I love watching that man squirm. Like,
love watching him squirm. Buffy tells Xander that although she still supports him, she won't take sides against Cordelia, and Willow says she agrees with Buffy and that Cordelia's in the right since she was the one of the aggrieved people. She also literally
almost died,
but okay.
Because
of y'all.
Like she wouldn't have turned around and gone up the stairs if she didn't see you guys cheating.
Kissing.
So is it their fault that they were cheating, or is it their fault they got caught? I mean, I'm joking, 100% joking, but in that moment,
it's
both.
Just, you're not allowed to have feelings about this. I'm sorry, Xander. Like, is not allowed to.
No, I know.
It's crazy. It's just like, oh my. It's just a complete 180 as well. It's like
is, yeah, all of us, and it.
I hate his man brain.
It's the worst. It really. I think man brain is the best way to. It's the only way to kind of understand him.
It's just like always wanting what he can't have, and it's really
gross.
I can't stand that.
Oh, never forget when he said "I love you, Willow" to her on the fucking hospital bed.
I can't.
I should have known he was trouble when he walked in.
I knew. Xander declares that he's sick of feeling guilty and is ready to pick himself up. Buffy and Willow agree, but their enthusiasm quickly fades. Buffy says it didn't work and asks if they want chocolate. While she's gone, Xander starts ranting about Cordelia. Yes? Okay. Yep.
No.
Okay. He grabs Willow's hand and she tells him to stop it.
Quit it.
He apologizes, but then asks why he's apologizing, saying they've always been friends. Willow explains that she wants to work things out with Oz so they can no longer be that way anymore.
Period.
While at the bar grabbing drinks, Buffy sees Cordy moving toward the door. This is when she goes outside, the vamps come around, and Buffy's trying to like apologize.
Yeah.
And suddenly a vampire attacks Buffy. In the scuffle, Cordy's pushed into the pile of garbage. And I have a fun fact.
Ooh.
This is the second time Cordelia is caught outside the Bronze in garbage. The first time being in Some Assembly Required from season 2.
Oh, I didn't say season 1.
So Cordy Bronze garbage. I think she was traumatized.
It was probably and she's probably triggered too, being in the trash again. Yeah.
Also, when Harmony and her friends come see her in the trash.
Oh, dude! I mean, it's
Covered in
L
garbage.
after L.
L after L for Cordy.
Oh my god! I just remembered how this episode ends. I love it so much. Okay, I remember like the very last scene of her back at school.
Yes,
it's iconic.
The next morning, Cordy. This is when we really start getting to the meat of the app.
Yeah, this is when it starts doing that Buffy thing where it's just like, hey, remember when we're all having fun? It's kind of like greasy.
It's about to get
dark.
Yeah. Cordy tells Anya about the bronze incident, and we find out that Anya is basically a vengeance demon and is seeking vengeance
but
against
for women
men.
exclusively. That
women who have been wronged by men is her
where
specialty.
We need more of them.
When we needed her most, she was here. And Anya gives Cordy her necklace, which she calls a good luck charm. And Cordy says, I wish Buffy Summers had never come to Sunnydale. And Anya turns around in her vengeance face and she's like,
scary.
Done.
Scary.
And she looks all cunty.
Scary though.
Yeah, very scary. When bright light clears, Anya's gone, and so are the majority of the students. Cordy is injury-free and realizes that Anya is a good fairy that granted her the wish. In the hallway.
And she's like, same.
Yeah, she's like, okay, queen, thank you.
I know, I love that. It's like
she
so
immediately
casual.
is like, oh, it worked. Hell yeah. She's like, hell yeah, brother. This is gonna be awesome.
I love it so much because it's like our disassociative queen. She's like, Buffy, I hardly know her. She's like, I don't give a fuck. She's like, and like, so like, it's like, she probably gets sad about it at some point, but she's like, I'm just going to live for this moment.
Yes. Cordy bumps into Harmony and her friends who are all of her friends again, and they gossip
looking drab,
about the other students.
dull, and dreary in their gray, blacks, whites, browns.
And why is that?
Well, because bright colors attract the vamps. Yeah, the come bite me fit.
Come bite me fit, which is what Cordy's wearing.
Oh, and by the way, neither of us are dressed in come bite me fits today.
I'm never dressed in a come bite me fit. Let's be real. Nah,
I'll go raid your closet. I'll find something.
You will not. And so Cordy's popular again. The guy who was at the beginning who was like, oh, I'm going to a dark corner and I'll touch your titties.
So gross.
So gross. Ugh.
Like, girl,
gross.
no.
So he comes up and he's like, will you go to the brunch with me?
He's like,
brunch.
I know a lot of people roll me out as you, but I kind of need to know.
She says she'll get back to him.
Period.
But they're doing brunch because no dances.
And then, like, also, like, when she first got her amulet and she was, like, transported, there was, like, trash all over the school, and it was, like, kind of gray outside. And it's so funny because I thought to
Buffy
myself...
recycles.
when
she picks up trash when she's free. Sorry.
Literally. That's going to be us, November 1, 2014.
If you buy... 2014. So you want to go back in time?
2024.
If you buy me
not me being off by a decade, like perfectly. Holy shit!
If you buy me the stick,
I'm literally gonna buy you a Mr. Pointy, and we're gonna go pick up the Halloween.
That sounds fun if
trash.
I have the stick, but I'm not bending over.
Well, I was gonna get us grabbers.
Okay.
You prefer a stick?
Yeah.
But what if it doesn't stick?
It's pointy.
Okay. Just don't complain to me if it doesn't work.
Just get it.
I'm gonna get the grabbers, like the long arm things.
Okay.
I used to love this as a kid. So fun. What were we talking about? Oh, the school was dirty. And I was like, in my head, I was like, wait, why? I literally thought to myself when we were watching, I said,
why is it dirty?
I said, why is the school dirty? Just because Buffy's not there? But then I realized it's because they barely spend any time there because they like literally just like people are there and then they go home and they lock the doors. No, it makes sense.
No,
yeah, it makes total sense. I'm just saying in the moment.
It is an interesting choice as like a set.
It was a good choice. I loved it.
Yeah.
I just had
the set looks great. Like everything was paid attention to detail very well.
Yeah. Because like the fact that as a first time viewer, I caught that it was dirty.
Yeah.
That's power to the
to
the props, Belma.
Power to the props people. In class, which is populated by less than half of the normal amount of students.
Another wonderful attention to detail.
Indeed. The teacher reminds them that there will be no class the next day due to the monthly memorial, and he bolts for the door. Cordy asks Harmony, who is also rushing out, what the hurry is, and is also like, we should go to the bronze. And Harmony's like, are you
Did you
dumb?
hit your head?
Yeah. Did you hit your fucking head? Cordy claims that she's having trouble remembering things and asks if Xander and Willow are miserable. Harmony confirms, telling Cordy that they're both dead. Yeah.
I can't remember. Is she emotionally hit by this or not really? She's just kind of like...
She's like, oh. Literally, she's
Queen.
like, oh.
Queen.
Okay.
She's like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But also...
Slay. Heading to the parking lot, Cordy finds it empty. She asks the janitor what's going on, and he explains that students aren't allowed to drive, suggesting that she get home before sunset. Walking through the main street, she finds all the businesses are closed and the place is almost deserted. She suddenly runs into Xander and Willow dressed in dark leather sexy clothes. Cordy is relieved to see them and admits that Sunnydale was much better with Buffy around. Willow, wrapping her arms around Xander, says that she's bored and ready to feed. They kiss, much to Cordy's dismay, but she gets even more of a shock when she realizes that they're vampires.
Kind of good closure for her, though. I mean, just to like see it. It's because it's like one of those things where it's like, you know, when you become not friends with someone again, and then you're like, ugh, I can't believe I'm going to bump into them at some point in my time living in the same city as them. Mm-hmm. But then you do, and then it's like, okay, at least that's done. And it happened.
Yeah.
It's kind of like she saw them kissing and was like, ugh, I have to see them again, but together again. Do you know what I mean? But then they kiss again in front of her in this like alternate reality.
Right.
And then like, I don't know. I'm just saying exposure therapy is good.
It is good.
In this context.
Yeah, totally. And this is when Xander knocks her out, but before he can feed on her, Giles, Oz, and Larry, the gay...
I have theories.
Okay. Turn up armed with crosses and weapons. They keep the two vamps at bay as they gather Cordy and leave in Oz's van. In the library, the three, along with another member named Nancy, I guess.
Fancy Nancy.
Notices Cordelia's bright clothing, something known to attract vamps. Giles then sends them out to watch the perimeter. So we said during the episode
that Oz
and
Larry
are
gay. And this is canon.
This is canon in our brains.
Like if Buffy never came to Sunnydale, Oz would have gone gay. With Larry. Well, I guess he's built by.
Right.
He's built by for sure. I did black nails for Oz.
Gay instead of staying straight.
Yeah, but then he's like, you know what? Larry's the one.
Larry's the one for me.
And they're like saving the little world together, and they're just like a happy gay couple with like they're like also by dad.
Giles.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's just like a fun, like little like gay found family.
Yeah.
Helping people.
I love it.
Finding the light in the darkest of times. Type of a thing.
Love it. Xander and Willow head to the Bronze, a vampire hangout with caged humans. That's what our Bronze is going to look like. In the back area.
That's the meet and greet.
That's the meet and greet. Oh, God. Yeah. The two speak with their ruler, the Master. Were you gagged?
I was gagged.
Your fave is back.
I was so... And you know what? I hope we bring him back again. I love him so much. He just is giving Jeffree Star. He's giving the Master in What We Do in the Shadows, all the things, and he's so fab. And like you said, he's like his like Gatorade stained lips, that red.
So gross.
It's so good, dude. He's so good, and he's just so petty. Great. Oh, I love him.
Xander. So they're feeding on some girly girl, and Xander then mentions that Cordelia says the word "the Slayer," the term "the Slayer."
Oh my God! And yes.
The Master tells him it's especially important to keep Slayers out with the opening of the plant, less than a day away, and orders the two to kill Cordelia or else, since she spoke of summoning a Slayer.
It's just so cool because it's like, I just love, this is I think my favorite part of the story, because I love the idea that like all the vamps are like, they're fucking chilling, bro. They are chilling. They got it good. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden this like random woman like wearing... like a random student to them is like wearing bright colors and like
they're like, where the fuck did she come from? And like
she just keeps like talking about like a Slayer.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, that like can't be a good thing. I just loved that as a plot point. I thought it was super fun.
It is fun. Back in the library, Cordy wakes up telling Giles it was all because she made a stupid wish, but Giles assumes she's just hysterical because he doesn't believe.
And you know what? That's an L for feminist Giles.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Cordelia then asks him why he's in Sunnydale when Buffy isn't, given that he was her watcher. Giles is confused because he's never revealed his watcher status to anyone. A noise outside catches his attention, and he enters the cage to grab weapons as he asks Cordy to start over. This is when Xander and Willow attack and drink Cordy's blood simultaneously.
2 questions.
Okay.
One, about Watchers and Slayers relationships. Are Watchers, they're designated to different outposts around the world, and the Slayer and if a Slayer arrives within their jurisdiction, then they bring in the Slayer, correct? Because why would, like, they're not assigned at birth and they're not assigned to each other, right? Like, does what I'm saying make sense? The question I'm asking, because like, how would he not? If he knew he was a Watcher and he was like, how'd you know I was a Watcher? Then why wouldn't he be like, who do you think is he not? He's not looking for who his Slayer is, because there's no Slayer in town. So that would suggest that. Do you get the lore question I'm asking?
I do, and there is much more Watcher Slayer lore.
Okay, so that it makes sense to you in a way that does not make sense to me right now.
Yeah, there's like a whole Watchers Council, and like,
okay.
I don't know if it will answer your specific question, but it's like there's more lore that comes.
Okay, yeah, and like maybe because he was like a dormant Watcher, then he had no Slayer because he was dormant for that time.
Right. But like you can still be part of a council of the Watcher Council when you're not watching over a Slayer.
Right. So, okay, yeah. Okay. So then if we think about Buffy and her...
And Faith, too.
Right. But if you think about Buffy
and like how
movie,
Kendra had a Slayer, too. Or had a Watcher, I mean.
No, I know. But so Buffy in the movie, her Slayer died.
Right.
Sad.
Watcher.
Her Watcher died. Then she moves to Sunnydale and gets a new Watcher.
Right.
It is because she moved to Sunnydale that he officially adopted a Slayer, because there was one officially now living within his jurisdiction of Sunnydale.
Right. I think I understand what you're asking.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to write this down on my phone and we will come back to it on the last episode of the season.
If anyone is understanding better than me, write in the comments, because maybe I'm not understanding.
I'm just, I guess, like, why didn't Giles why didn't Giles have a Slayer? Because Buffy never moved to Sunnydale.
Right.
But wouldn't there have been another Slayer? Or wouldn't he have been like, I'm going to go find
Buffy's still the
Slayer.
She's just not in Sunnydale. So she's still the active Slayer.
Because there's only one active Slayer around the world before the whole thing, yes. But around the world.
Correct. At a time. There's only one active Slayer.
That's a lot.
Unless the Slayer dies and like what happened.
And yes.
But because she never moved to Sunnydale, she never got the Master went through with his plan, and Kendra never came. And because Kendra never came or died, Faith never came.
But then crazy shit would be happening all around the world.
Exactly. That's why Buffy's hardened when we see her. She looks busy.
I mean, God. Because like we would be like, let's say the Slayer lived in Chicago, and let's say some crazy fucking you're Slayer. I insist.
You're the Buffy.
We'll be Faith. Yeah, cute. I love that. No. So say like, okay, and then I'll let it go. I know we got to move on, but I kind of think it's interesting.
No, it is interesting.
But let me know. Stop if it's not. Slayer lives in Chicago, and like, let's say some crazy shit starts happening
in San Francisco,
in Australia or San Francisco, like. The Slayer's not going to fly out for that?
Well, that's what Buffy does in this episode. She's not in Sunnydale, but she comes to Sunnydale when she's called.
Totally. And you know what? I love you. Thank you for talking this through with me. That makes sense. But
that's why maybe Watchers are stationed all around.
Because they're calling the hotline.
They're calling the Slayer hotline.
Okay. Love this.
But because Sunnydale is on a Hellmouth, that's why Buffy kind of stays and monitors the Hellmouth.
Yeah, that's why she's based there, because there's a Hellmouth.
Right. Maybe.
Okay, great. And then my last question, comment.
I just don't know what more I could say.
Right, but that's a good enough understanding for now.
Okay.
And then the last thing I was going to say was, I think I was assuming that Cordy was going back. Like, I guess I was assuming that, like, this, like, world that Cordy wished has been going on for a really long time, but it probably hasn't been going on that long necessarily. So it's not like the Slayer is like that late. Because my question was like, why would Buffy show up like 3 years into the vampires running this town? But that's like not what happened necessarily. Like, we could be early on in the Buffy timeline.
Maybe.
We could be in season 1, if that makes sense.
Right, and the master just did the ritual.
Or a week into it. So she's not like late.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We'll never know.
I hope that was interesting for all of us.
No, it makes. I'm understanding now what you're asking.
Yeah.
And what you're saying. It makes sense.
Now I don't know where. I know where to hold it now.
Right.
The lore.
In the lore lobe.
In the lower lobe. Left lower lobe.
Yeah, so they bite Cordy and drink her blood together. It's kind of poetic when you think about it.
It really is poetic. And also we said during the episode, we're going to say really quickly right now, and I'm going to keep reading, is that, and this is a direct attack on, well, yes. Xander Harris playing the baddie, boo, hiss, tomato, 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 tomato. Not believable. Willow Rosenberg playing the villain. She can sell it. Talented. Never before seen. Not afraid to reference or not reference. Put it in a blender. Shit on it.
Piss on it.
All of it.
All of it.
I mean, she was so good. Like, she had the range. Xander doesn't have the range. She had the range.
Xander's just always a villain in my eyes, but...
Yeah. But she had the range. I was impressed. I thought I was at a cringe with Willow as
Allison
like
Hannigan,
a baddie.
Dancing with the Stars.
She really... You know you're going to eat those words when you watch her performance.
I'll watch it. They depart and leave Cordelia's corpse on the ground. Finally kicking his way out of the cage, Giles meets up with a battered Oz and Larry, who were just we're just telling him that Willow and Xander surprised them. Nancy is dead. Sorry, girl.
Deceased.
Period. They should have had someone like Amy be the Nancy character, like someone who we like vaguely already know, because this girl just came out of nowhere.
I literally didn't care about her. I didn't even see her. I saw her for like a second.
It'd be interesting to have Amy, just a little throwback to season 1.
100%.
However, he notices Cordelia's necklace and removes it before they take her away to the incinerator. That is crazy, dude.
It is wild that they have to have an incinerator.
Oh, ew. Freaks me out. As the master pours himself some blood from an espresso machine with your collectivo
this morning,
Xander and Willow arrive and report their success. Willow tells the master that she's been good, and he allows her to play with the puppy. And do you know?
I knew it.
For the puppies.
Oof.
In his apartment, Giles makes a call to the Slayer's watcher and explains he needs to meet with her. However, he learns that the Slayer doesn't check in with her watcher often because she's so busy. So Giles leaves a message before going back to research. Does that help?
Yes, of course.
I mean, so we don't really know who this watcher is, but like it doesn't really matter because like Buffy's like, I do my own thing.
Yeah.
I go where the money goes.
Well, she also has to, probably because the world is probably just overrun. Like, we need more watchers, which is why we're so lucky, We're so lucky she died, you know?
We're so lucky.
If she didn't die, where would we be, folks? Watcherless. I mean, no. Slayerless. Slayless without a slay.
Willow heads into an area where a figure is lying in a cage. Willow talks to the prisoner about how much she hates daylight, but now she's allowed to play. The man in the cage doesn't answer, so Willow enters and yanks his head back, revealing the little puppy dog. To be Angel. She opens his shirt to reveal several large open sores. Ugh, disgusting. Willow boasts that the people Angel tried to save will die that evening, but it'll be quick, which is more than that can be said for Angel. Xander tosses Willow some matches and tells her that he's more than happy to watch. Willow lights a match and prepares to have fun.
Dark.
And coming up next, after this commercial break, is Giles finding references to a demon named Anyanka, the patron saint of scorned women. Larry asks what she does, and Giles explains that Anyanka grants wishes. He then remembers Cordelia saying that the world was meant to be different. He sends Oz and Larry home as he prepares to look through more research materials. Driving back to his apartment, Giles spots vampires herding several people into a truck. He attacks and frees the citizens but cannot fight off the vampires. As he lies on the ground, he suddenly hears a scuffle and the vampires are slain. Looking up, he sees a battle-hardened girl who confirms that she is Buffy Summers and asks him what he's doing there. Or I'm sorry, what
Tomb
she's
Raider
doing
Buffy.
there.
She's here to raid some tombs.
This outfit.
And that long blonde braid.
And that dark eyeliner.
So good.
I love that she's just Faith. She's if Buffy Summers never came to Sunnydale, she just turns into Faith.
Yes.
It's iconic. Taking Buffy to his house, Giles explains that Anyanka's powers lie in her power center, and if it is destroyed, all the wishes she's ever granted will be reversed.
Which, by the way, I think we could look at Anyanka as sort of a outdated feminism because she's actually fucking over all the women that she's saying she's helping. Because genies and wishes.
It's a very personal reason she's. Well, we have more Anya lore, but
there's more Anya lore.
No.
Wait, no. I love that. No, I love that.
Well, we know at the end of the episode she's basically stuck, so.
Oh, I didn't even put that together. Yes, of course she's stuck.
Stuck porn.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, so.
She has no way to get out.
We'll have a little more Anya.
Oh, baby. I'm just saying, genies and wishes, they're always out to get you. Never make a deal, never make a wish. So that's why she should know what she was doing. She should have known better. Unless she was trapped and made to be that by a man.
Buffy is uninterested and simply asks how to kill
Beyza's
Anya.
uninterested.
But Giles explains that it isn't necessary. Giles tells her that the Master is a supreme vampire in the town and is planning something for that evening. The Slayer immediately sets out to kill him. Giles tells her she'll need a plan, but she isn't interested and demands to know where the Master lives. And this is when Buffy heads to the Bronze and heads to the basement and finds Angel. So this is when Buffy and Angel meet. And you said while we were watching was really interesting because you didn't you say that?
What did I say?
Because when Angel went to go see Buffy when she was still before she was supposed to move to Sunnydale or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was, what did he say? He said, what did he say? He was like, I was supposed to. He said, he recognizes her and tells her he waited for her, but she never came. So he knew.
Waited for her at Sunnydale?
Yeah, pretty much. Because that's all that lore that we had in Becoming. So Angel, this is the first time they're meeting. And he asks to be released so he can help her. But Buffy, tired of being regarded as Sunnydale's savior, moves to free him and then realizes that he's a vampy.
What did I say during the episode?
That's what you said. You said when in Becoming, when he went to go...
I put that together. Yeah. Because I was like, oh my God, this is the first time they're seeing each other. But then I'm like, oh no, it's not.
Yeah.
Because he watched her like a creep.
You're smart.
Thank you.
You're smart. Angel shows her his scars, explaining that if nothing else is true, he wants the Master dead as well.
So you're meeting at 5 from home?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I thought you had to go somewhere. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Time check.
I'm home. We're at the plant.
Okay.
So
many questions. I
don't have answers.
This is when the plot was plotting and the writers were writing because it was just I don't really get it.
Let's see what whoever wrote this
honestly,
said.
maybe they'll figure it out for me.
The Master gives a speech in front of an assembled throng of vampires as Willow and Xander stand at his side. In a nearby holding area, human prisoners, including the newly captured couple, Larry and Oz, listen as the Master explains his plans. He's pushing aside the anarchic tradition of hunting and killing and introducing mass production. He orders one of the prisoners, a member of Harmony's gang, placed on the machine in front of him. She struggles. The vampires stun her into paralysis. Yikes. Still alive, she is moved along the conveyor as several metal arms are forced into her body, draining her blood. Okay.
Where's the production?
There. That's the production.
There's no production. They're not producing anything. They're draining people. And instead of doing it themselves, they're just automating it.
What I don't understand is that they still have to catch everyone and put them in the cage.
Literally. And they made the cage made of wood.
Made of wood, which doesn't help later on. But how does it help?
Problem not gone. Problem still here.
I mean, it is like... Am I
And dumb? You know what? That's why the Master got bested.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like a swell idea.
Dude, I kind of love the idea, though, of the master being like so jaded in how easy everything is, and then that he gets so lazy that he doesn't even want to hunt anymore, that he's like, you know what, fuck it. I'll just put people on a conveyor belt and I'll just drain them. He's looking to like, you know, get less stained lips.
Right.
He's looking to detox the skin.
I cannot figure out how that makes it everything easier.
No, if you guys know, let us know in the comments.
Unless am I missing something?
No, it literally makes no sense.
Great. At his apartment, Giles is in the middle of summoning Anyanka, and his ritual is successful. And she appears upset that a man
and she's
summoned
so
her.
scary.
She's scary in her demon face.
Scary looking.
But she's relatable.
I mean, yeah, of course.
As the master finishes his speech, Buffy and Angel arrive. All hell breaks loose, and Angel releases the prisoners. They all scatter, except for a few, including Larry and Oz, who stay to fight because they're
gonna die together. They've lived together, and they're gonna die together.
They fuck together, they dock together, and they die together. Giles asks,
"Live, fight, dock, die, baby."
Giles asks Anya what Cordy wished for, and Anyanka just gloats that she had no idea the wish would create such an exciting world. She advances on him, but Giles isn't afraid, as Anyanka's power lies slowly in the wishing.
Lives, though? Like, it didn't affect her life, so does she live
in the astral plane?
I was just about to suggest perhaps the astral plane.
Anyanka grabs him by the neck and lifts him off the ground, telling him that she is the wishing.
Mama, she is the wishing.
As Buffy fights the numerous vampires, Xander attempts to attack from behind. Angel spots this and saves her, though he is staked in the process. Buffy!
Buffy!
And Buffy's like, okay.
She's like, I literally don't know who you are. Could
where
be
was this energy
better
before?
future for Buffy.
Anyanka tells Giles that the world they live in now is the only world there is, and there's no going back. In the plant, the fight continues. Buffy stakes Xander as Oz pushes Willow back on a broken slab.
Sad bitch.
So sad, bitch. The master moves to fight Buffy personally. I love when they were like...
They're throwing all these bodies out of their way.
Each of them was like...
And SMG's like little like baby face is like so serious.
Funny.
It's
she looks
so
like a little
cute.
girl like trying to get Halloween candy.
Yeah, she's literally like, move, bitches.
So funny. I love it. Giles spots Anyanka's necklace, identical to the one Cordy was wearing, and it's glowing. He rips it off her while Buffy is fighting the master, but she is overtaken and he's able to snap her neck. Yeah. Which is... What?
I don't like it. I wish it was a different kill.
It's an interesting way to kill.
Right? Especially for like this like
at least
one moment
suck her.
Literally suck her, maybe. Like also or like decapitate her or like stake her, like do something else.
Pretty dumb.
Put your claws in her neck or something.
I know. It's a bad
It was
kill.
Anticlimactic.
Very bad kill. Meanwhile, Giles grabs a blunt object from his desk and prepares to destroy the necklace. Anyanka tells Giles he has no way of knowing if the other world is truly better. Giles, knowing the other world couldn't be any worse than this one. He doesn't hesitate and smashes it. Buffy's body drops to the floor as the wish reverses. And I love him. He's like, it has to be better than this one.
It's like sad but beautiful and like selfless, but also like, no.
I love him so much.
I do too. I look at your Giles figure all the time, and I just like that's what I look at most when we sit here, and I love it. And I want one.
He's like right in your perfect view.
He really is, and he's so cute. And it's so funny because I remember when you had it, I was like, why the fuck do they have this like character that's like?
He's really hot.
But he is hot, and he's amazing. He's such a good character.
I love his little props.
Oh, I love him.
Everything reverses to the exact moment Cordy wishes that Buffy hadn't moved there, though the former doesn't remember anything. Anya attempts to grant the wish, but nothing happens. Cordelia, enjoying the idea of wishing for stuff, starts to wish horrible things on her former friends and men in general.
I wish they go, what is it, like monkey hair? What did she say?
Yeah, like, was it Willow had? I don't remember. Anya follows, unsuccessful in granting any wishes, as Buffy, Willow, and Xander sit nearby, talking and laughing.
It's such a cute ending, and again... like Cordelia the Queen, inspired action. She is just like, I wish this person had this. I wish this person had this.
I know.
And she like the way she
She's
like
so
starts to
creative.
smile while she talks.
Yeah,
It's
she's so
adorable.
evil. I really like in this episode the switching of like all the perspectives. I think is really interesting. Like we start in like Cordy's kind of POV, and then by the end, it's like completely her story has like. Because it's like starts as a Cordy-centered episode, and then it just kind of
she literally dies,
and then she literally dies like in the middle,
crazy.
And I like how it kind of switches to just like then Anya at the end is like the only one who like knows what happens because like Cordy doesn't remember.
Yeah, it's like really balanced that way.
And you know, maybe we'll see Anya again in the near future.
I can't wait to see how those two like talk to each other now, especially with Anya like knowing things.
Right. Well, next episode is a Christmas episode.
Oh, that's fun.
Isn't that kind of fun?
Yep.
We'll be talking all about Amends on November 29th, just in time for the holiday season.
Whatever happened to a woman's? Sorry.
Stupid.
Literally so dumb.
Let us know how you feel about The Wish. How do you feel about The Wish?
I wish I could watch it again. I loved it. It's great.
It's a great episode.
It's a really fun, playful episode. It's like, to me, it's like a really beautiful, amazing, in-universe way to give fans a what-if story without making a what-if universe and like splintering into like a different timeline.
It's
love
super fun. Yeah,
incredible.
It's a very creative, fun episode. I love this episode. And I love Cordelia. And I'm so glad Buffy came to Sunnydale. Thank God.
We should all thank our lucky stars tonight as we're going to bed. Thank
our
you,
lucky summers.
Thank you, Lucky Summer, for moving to Sunnydale.
Let us know what you think about all of this.
We'd love to know on YouTube.
We'd love to know in the comments on YouTube. And I'm excited to keep going because season 3 it's just gonna start. I think The Wish is like a really good things are happening episode, and then it really starts to
turning point almost.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
And yeah. Thanks. And don't be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger. Give us a call.
At 69 000 420. 000 420. And
until next time, slay frights.
Okay, I have therapy.
If the apocalypse comes, beat me.